I think most importantly, getting to know Shaun over the last few months, it's the passion that he has for the business. Just continuing to carry that passion through every day. His passion's infectious, and that's what's required in this business. It's not an easy business. It's very, very, very tough at times, but as long as you've got that passion and determination, you'll be successful.
I think the biggest insight from MJ so far has been that team is everything, because your team is the people that implement the system. So making sure that the team follows the system, making sure that the team is empowered to do what they need to do, that's the most important thing, because this particular location, the team just runs like a machine. And that's our favorite part of this acquisition for sure. MJ has been wonderful. This has not been a typical transition. He's not just trying to sell and then get out. He's been almost like a mentor at this point and helping make sure that what's working just continues to work and we just continue to scale with him. So that's the biggest thing for me. It's exciting to work with a seller who isn't just selling an asset, but they're transferring or just handing off a baton, basically. That hands down has been my most exciting part of all this process.
It speaks volumes, in this business to go 30 years in any concept is a challenge, but for the store to still be thriving, be one of the top units in the system, if not the top freestanding, right? We're very prideful of what we've done. And Shaun is equally as passionate about it, and it's an exciting time for him.
It really is. And the energy, the first time I walked in here just as like kind of a secret shopper, the energy was just infectious, and that was just the best sign that things are going to continue down that same path. It's just been, you can feel the culture of pride in their work. Everyone takes what they do very seriously, and that's not going to change. I think we're going to keep going, doubling down on what has worked, starting with that energy that you feel when you walk into the store, because you can't replace that with a restaurant. It doesn't matter if the food's good, if it feels weird, people don't want to go, right? So this store in particular, you walk in and you can just tell that everybody cares about what they do and they want to do a good job.
And that was very simple because, as I said before, Shaun and I, we really align morally, business ethics, those kind of things, we really align. So in the conversations, that was one of Shaun's very first questions, tell me about the staff. That's typical in one of these when you're looking to sell and typical questions of a buyer, but the staff is one of the most tenured in the system. We can start with the kitchen manager who's been with Dickey's for over 24 years. Both of the managers, general manager and the assistant general manager, combined, you're looking at over 38 years of experience. So you've got a very tenured staff that is very prideful of that Dickey's name as well. But going back to how do you respect that and how do you kind of keep that legacy going, as Shaun was very quick to say, I'm going to respect their tenure. I'm going to keep their vacation. I'm going to keep, any salary type of things that were in place. So everything that you had before, we're still keeping. And that's not typical in some of these kind of transactions. I've been a part of them, and for Shaun to do that really spoke volumes on how he really viewed the importance of the staff and what we talked about.
And staff is not an expense to me, it is an investment. So if you're spending the money with the right staff, for every nickel you spend, you're getting 2 nickels back, right? So that's the biggest thing which we're trying to kind of impress on the team, that we have the exact same, cultural mentality that MJ has had, and that's why when it comes to the staff that's already doing a great job, making sure that they know that this is a continuation of what has worked, I think that's probably the biggest thing we were trying to communicate to them. And like MJ said, we're definitely going to respect any tenure, any PTO, any kind of policy, overtime approach, just everything, because it worked. And when a team has done such a great job, and including individuals who have been here for literally multi-decades in the system, then making sure that we just empower them to keep doing what they're doing correctly, and we just add fuel to the fire, more marketing, more sales, that's going to work.